Hi.
How seriously do you take the threat of relegation?
Yeah, but as I say, my main focus is on Newcastle. My main focus is to win tomorrow and perform tomorrow. I'm very aware that we used the word desperate before. We are very, very focused on doing everything we can to win the next game, because we need to win games. We need to climb the table. We need to get up there. So no doubt about that.
Because Newcastle back in 2009 on paper, amazing squad. Michael Owen was back there, and everything seemed to conspire against them. Injuries, and they went down. And that was arguably during a period when Premier League wasn't as competitive as it is now. I suppose the point is just no one is too good to go down, and everyone should take it seriously. Is that fair?
As a general question, 100% fair. I think every club, whatever, should do everything they can to perform every single game and do everything they can to end as high as possible. And Premier League is one of the most competitive leagues in the world. So I think for me, if we were a little bit higher and then say top four is top four at the end, now it's not as high, then it's relegation. For me, no matter what, I will only focus on the next game. So I'm focused on the next game, and I'll get a lot of questions about. And at one stage, we're hopefully in a better and a higher position. Then you ask me about a position higher up in the league and say I'm focused on the next game. So that would be my answer.
You've got players in the squad like Don Solanke, Wilson Motivator. They have gone down, experienced that. How much do you hope that they can tap into the pain they felt when they went down to try and use as motivation to get yourself out of the situation?
Yeah, but as I say, for me now, they should just be desperate to win the next game. And if you're desperate to win that, and you win that, and do that with the next game and the next game, then things will take care of themselves.
And just finally, without Christian, you've got not leadership vacuum, your captain's unavailable. I presume Mickey's the next in line having.
Yeah.
So how much does Mickey? What can he bring in these next 4 games from a leadership perspective? Because he's still quite young, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's young. 24, I think. It's not the first time he's been captain this season. Must have been at least 4 or 5 times. And I think he still needs to, of course, learn and bring bits. But there's both communication and calmness and interaction with his teammates, and do his job on the pitch, of course. You're welcome.
Over the last 38 games, so this season's games and the last 13 of the last Premier League season.
Okay, yes. So Premier League games.
Yeah. Premier League games. Of the teams that have been in the Premier League for both of those seasons, only Wolves have got less points than Tottenham. It's 37 points Tottenham. That speaks to a wider issue, and the fact that last season the team could lose games in the league with absolutely no jeopardy over the last 15 games. Do you think that's caused a problem for now? And do you think the players realise that there's absolute jeopardy about losing games now, unlike last season?
Of course, I can't. A stat is a stat, so it's definitely too few points for a club of our stature to get in those amount of games. No doubt about that. 2 shows again. It's not easy. I'm not saying we don't want to do it better, but it's not easy to play Europe and Premier League. Just another sign of that. And 3, I can't speak about last season, but I haven't seen one Premier League game where I haven't seen the players don't want to run and fight. So that they need to continue it and keep doing what we believe in is the right thing, and then it will turn. I've never experienced that it will not turn, so I experience it will turn again.
And the other clubs around you, so West Ham, Forest, Leeds, if we were to ask their managers about the relegation battle, it would be very clear that their main aim is to stay up and to win a relegation battle. It strikes me there's a potential danger with Tottenham that the club doesn't fully grasp the threat of relegation because it's not really been there before, and because
Yeah, we'll repeat myself a bit. We'll do everything we can, and if we see a team that is not running or not fighting and try to win the next game, I think it's about that. We can talk about bottom of the table, of the top of the table. It's about the next game. Fully focus about that, because there's also one thing is for sure: if you're too afraid of whatever you want to achieve, you can't focus. So you just need to focus on your task and need to focus on the next game and do everything you can to win that. And then also, of course, because we haven't won enough games, that also give a little bit more momentum and a little bit more confidence.
Just finally from me, someone referenced it earlier, Pochettino has done this podcast and has spoken at length about lots of things, and also Tottenham. Is it unhelpful for you because it drives a narrative? I wouldn't be surprised if we go from singing Pochettino's name at the game tomorrow night, quite frankly. And it's in that sort of manager circle. Is it helpful? Is it disrespectful? Would you do it?
I met Mauritius a few times. Great guy, great coach. I think he's a legend. I don't think he didn't win a trophy, but for me, he was part of transform the club, or where it was at that stage to where it ended being, in terms of being close to win the Premier League title, getting into a Champions League final. If you're close, then you're very close to winning. Sometimes it's football, there's margins. I think Pochettino's done a top job here, and he's a true legend. So, and if the fans sing their names, it's well deserved.
Why do you think Spurs and Newcastle have found it difficult in the Premier League this season? And if it is as simple as the Champions League's difficult, why they're both used to European competition. Spurs have been in Europe 18 out of the last 20 seasons. Why are they finding it so difficult?
Of course, I can't speak 100% about or speak about it on behalf of Newcastle. For Tottenham, I can't in the last, say, 18 out of the last 20. Yeah, of course I can't. The first, let's say, 16, 17 season, of course, some of them I was very aware of. I think it's fair to say that there's very few players left from the country squad. And clearly, we as a squad, I think that's very transparent, struggled a little bit playing Premier League and Europa League last year. And we still struggle a little bit with that, and that's something we need to build on in terms of physical and mental robustness.
Has the policy of buying young and in the hope of developing players backfired in a sense, because they're the ones who are not quite ready for the maturity of both competitions?
It's only young players. I don't think it's only young players. I think it's just as a general, it's not about our squad. I think if you're robust, physical or mental, you can be 19 years old, you can be 38. So it's just to find players that can do that.
And have you been caught up by clubs like Brentford, which you know well? Are Spurs and Newcastle victims of those clubs improving and swallowing them up?
No, I think the Premier League definitely. I think it's very, very competitive. I think probably the most competitive Premier League has been in the 5 years I've been there. So just make it very, very difficult every game. It's part of it. We like that challenge, no problem. And you can just see it is the clubs that are playing Europe are challenged a bit more. Some of them are more used to it, and then not as challenged.
Is Sousa ready to play?
He played 40 minutes last time, didn't he? 40, yeah. Something like that. So I hope he is. I think he's still short-ish, but I liked what I saw from him when he came on the pitch. He's playing with nice, positive, nice and positive. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Same, guys.
Cheers. Good luck. Thank you.